let's talk timeline. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to put together your timeline and when to start looking at things. If my timeline is to move once my oldest graduates high school or once I retire, there's a set date. We can do that. If my timeline is as soon as possible, let's start moving on that. But if you have no idea, I encourage you to set a date. I want to be in Tulsa by summer of 24. It can be as much as 2 years away, and that timeline may get shifted up depending on your circumstances. But it's always better to have a plan and work up to that. If let's say my plan is to be in my new hometown 1 year from now. That means for the first 6 months, I'm researching, I'm connecting with new community in Facebook groups, I am downsizing my house, I am preparing for the move and what is important to me, like we just talked about. I'm also preparing my heart and mind. This may be the last time I go to the pumpkin patch with my kids here, so I'm going to make the best of it. I am going to enjoy it a little bit more. I am going to enjoy the last moments as opposed to saying, oh, I can't wait to leave, which I understand. For 6 months, so if this is July and next July I want to be there. From now until December, I'm going to be researching, I'm going to be paring down. That's my only goal. Then the next 6 months, January to July, for those first 3 months, January to March, I am going to research a little bit more and perhaps look into schools I need to enroll into or any programs I want to start doing more research and pare down a little bit more. There's not really a whole lot of action steps up until those 90 days before you want to move. So in that 90 days before you want to move, you're going to want to connect with a realtor. I can connect you with any agent anywhere in the US and many other countries. If you want the Tulsa area, I'm a licensed real estate agent. I'd love to help you. You can reach out to me here. Or if it's Oklahoma City area, I can connect you with someone there as well. In that 90 days, connect with a real estate agent, get pre-approved for a loan, or if we're planning on paying cash and we need to sell a house first, then let's work with an agent where you're at so you can get your house up for sale. If we don't have a house to sell, it makes things a little more simple. We need to start that process because once you close on that, now you're homeless and we have to move. So about 60 days out or 30 days out, you're going to want to start looking into moving accommodations, and you can start looking at houses because sometimes it'll take a while to find a house. So you can start looking on Zillow, get a feel of the area that you've probably already been looking to. Many of us dream on Zillow, and that's perfectly okay. You can do a lot of home walkthroughs. If you are planning on new construction, that's a money-saving tip, is to buy new construction because they have a lot of different programs ready for you, and it will always be a good investment property if you choose not to stay in that area because they're new, they need no maintenance. The expectation of what you're going to get is a lot different as opposed to some of these people that buy a house that is built in 1978 and has a ton of things wrong with it because seller lied or whatever. So I encourage new construction if you are moving out here for the very first time, or if you're buying land, just make sure there's a lot of inspections. But I digress. Okay, 45 minutes out, we are looking for houses. We are probably putting an offer on something. We're getting it accepted. We're going through the inspection process. We are looking for more things in that community where the house is. So we are looking where we're going to shop, where we're going to eat, what are we going to do on the weekends, kind of preparing there. We're also tying up loose ends where we're at. Don't expect everyone to be like, oh my gosh, our greatest joy is leaving us. Sometimes they will. And if that is the case, awesome. Be humble, enjoy it, take lots of pictures, say goodbye to your people. If they don't, plan it yourself. Put an open house. Say, we're going to be at the park or we're going to be at our house from 9 to 12 on Saturday next month. Come, say goodbye, take pictures with us. Would love to see you. Give people an option. You do your own goodbye party. You don't have to wait for someone to do it for you. That's bonkers. If someone does do it, awesome. But if not, you do it. Then you know when it is and where it is and what to expect. We've done that with 2 different places and just said, come, say goodbye. And we really saw who would miss us because they showed up to say goodbye or would plan goodbye dinners for us to go on together. So about 45 days out, we are under contract. 30 days out, we're getting a little closer. We're finalizing dates. We're making sure that moving truck is ready. We're making sure that the car is in good maintenance. We are really looking for anything we might need for the trip. We are gathering last things. We are packing suitcases for the trip. I recommend that you bring things like coffee maker, and if you like that, I don't. Coffee maker, toilet paper, a few towels, wipes, like Lysol wipes, and anything you might need in that first day in your new house. So if you don't have your moving truck yet, that you at least have your essentials. You're also going to pack with you in your car anything special that you're like, if a mover hurts this, I will kill them. So some people have their TVs with them. Some people have their like keepsake box or their gun safe or whatever. So all that is going to be in your car, and you kind of start planning your trip. So depending on where you are, I kind of sketch out. For us, it was loosely. So from California to Oklahoma, all right, we're going to stay in Arizona, we're going to stay in Nevada, we're going to stay in Colorado, and we're going to stay in Oklahoma, like roughly. But be aware, you may be exhausted. Moving is a whole lot of work, and you may only want to drive 2 hours and be done. You may be done early and say, I want to do 12 hours your first day. I highly recommend you planning that first day of moving and getting out of the state a short drive, because things come up and it's really hard to keep going when it took so much energy to just leave. Take pictures by the state signs because you are enjoying seeing the journey as you go to your new home. And then when it comes down to the moving date, the moving in date, prepare for delivered pizza, Lunchables, or anything you need for those quick dinners, because the moving in is the best part, but you've also retired from the road trip. So that's the rough timeline. I have a printable version of all that in the notes. You have access to it. I'm so excited for you. You're almost to that new home.